What is going on, everybody? How's it going? The Cornerman MMA, Ryan the Mighty Quinn here with Damon the Leach Jackson. How's it going, bud?
Man, it's going good, man. Just back to normal training. I got back from a trip. I took my family down to Mexico for a few days, and so now I'm back at it and just trying to get ready for that September 17th.
September 17th. All right. Actually, I was going to ask. Let's get right to
Yeah,
it. When's the next fight? So tell us about September 17th.
yeah, I'll be fighting Pat Sabatini in Vegas for a fight night, and so it'll be September 17th. I'm not sure where I'm at on the card yet, but they should release that soon.
Great. Love it. Love it. All right. Yeah, you already answered one of my questions, or kind of two of my questions. It was going to be when and who. Um, so I guess we'll get into that a little bit. But I just want to say how it's very rare that people have such an appropriate nickname. And you, like, I just know from grappling you in the past, like, and it's not you were just like you're on people. You control, and this last fight shows. You got that back control, that body lock, and it was out.
Yeah,
Extremely tenacious. Love your grappling. I know you caught me. I'm sick and spiteful, so you got me with a nice arm triangle. I remember everybody used to miss me. So, but and I think I had like 30, 40 pounds on you.
yeah.
So, um, let's see. Well, now another reason why I'm such a fan of what you're doing and everything you're piecing together. This is your second stint in the UFC. Not a lot of people have a second stint in the UFC.
Yeah,
You won your last three in a row. You're 4-1 since you've been back over some tough opponents. I know I've seen Rasad. He's being billed as the next George St. Pierre, and this last fight was no different. Tough up and comer. So, has anything changed, or are you just hitting your stride?
like a lot of people ask me that. It was really just me. Like when I first started in the UFC, I was like a year and a half into my pro career. I just started training and just started fighting, and I had 9 fights in a year and a half, and I beat Leonard Garcia, and so they thought I was ready to go. And when I got the call for a short notice fight, there's no way I was going to turn it down. But
Hmm.
I think if you would go back and look at it, like I wasn't well rounded. I wasn't prepared for to take a big name fight at that time, and I ended up beating Leonard because of the grappling aspect. That he was kind of weak on that, so everybody thought I was ready to go, and it's just time, man. Time on the mat, time in the gym, and it's paying off now. And I've been with the same coach since the beginning, so that's nothing's changed with that. It's just I think it's really just time. It's just time on the mat, and it's paying off.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, um, you've done really well, and I think last fight illustrated this a lot, displayed this a lot, where you evolved your game. You didn't change your game. That's very important. A lot of fighters. I had an issue with that for a while. I tried to change instead of evolve, like stick to what I was good at.
Yeah,
Like there was a couple times where like he shot in, and you didn't try to pull guard or anything. Like you said, the grappling, you got that clinch, you landed some knees, and you were able to work off of what you do best. Those elbows, those I guess they were technically 11-5 elbows. They weren't 12-6 from when you had that back control.
yeah,
Extremely innovative, and you're growing off of what you're good at. And I think that's why you're succeeding because, against somebody who's, oh, he's got this grappling. Now you're grappling them, bam, you're going to give them an elbow or punches for their troubles. You're going to make them regret trying to shoot in on you. Is that something you've been working on?
yeah. I mean, like just being comfortable with all aspects of jiu-jitsu, like with the defense of someone shooting in from wrestling and then going into like them trying to go like deep half and like learning positions like that. It helps a lot with learning how to throw the strikes at the right time because you don't want to just sit there and take someone down and think you're gonna like land all this ground and pound because it's really not that easy. You might land like one or two good shots and then you got to reposition. So just understanding jiu-jitsu from and grappling from all aspects, and it's just paying off, man. Like I'm definitely not changing my style. I've definitely have been working on my boxing, and I'm sure one day it'll have to come out. Like Pat Sabatini, he's a tough wrestler, so I'm sure there's going to be some striking exchanges in this fight that people aren't going to be thinking that'll happen. I think that a lot of people see us both as strong grapplers, and I think that his wrestling defense and my wrestling defense is going to make for a really exciting fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, let's get right into the Pat Sabatini fight. So, I like this matchup. This is one that the fans are going to love to see.
Yeah,
And to your point, wrestling, grappling, it's going to be standing a little bit longer, kind of cancel each other
Yeah,
out. I know in
yeah,
those fights, I always tried to establish my jab and just keep the angles. And you
yeah.
said to your point, you said you're going to work your boxing. And it stinks for me. I hated it, but I know what it's like just getting outside your comfort zone. But like I know, like you're going to find a way to work that into your comfort zone. So tell us about that, like about training, like what's to come. Like, well, when did this fight get official? When did you get word about this?
I got it like so. I was asking for the Dallas card, and then just
Mm,
like a few hours later, like the next day, the next morning, I got a call back from to my manager, and he said, "Hey, they're gonna get us on the Chicago or the it was gonna be up in I think Boston maybe at
mm.
279. So I was gonna fight in UFC 279, and then they moved it last minute to the next week, which is the 17th in Vegas. So I got wind of it like last week, and but I was trying to get on the Dallas card right away. So while I was on my vacation, they told me I was gonna fight him. So it
Great.
happened quick because I was already asking for a fight. So they're like, hey, you're on a 3-fight win streak. He's on a 4-fight win streak. Let's make this fight happen. So I was asking for a fight, and this is who they came back with.
Great. I love that they're keeping you busy. Um,
Yeah.
is he ranked in the top 15?
No, he's not. He's
Okay.
he's right above me actually. So I'm like number 20 or number 18 or something like that, and he's like
Okay.
right above me, like 25 or 24 or something like that.
Great. Well, I mean, four in a row beating this guy. I can't see you not getting the top 15. I was just looking at your record. I'm like, man, I think he's going to be getting. You're going to start getting those ranked fights. But this is great. I love this matchup for you. I love this is a fight that I definitely want to see. The UFC. I mean, as we saw in Austin last weekend, these fight night cards are absolutely crushing it. They make matchups like this that fans just go crazy
Yeah,
over. Um,
yeah,
and no, that's really awesome, man. Yeah, like I'm so happy you came on. This is really all I wanted to talk about, just like what was coming next, what you're doing differently. Um, I think that you're hitting your stride. So much fun to watch. And I love how you said like like sometimes we all learn differently. Like sometimes people go straight to the top. Others, we plateau, we go down, we come back. Like this is your second fight, and you're way better than you were your first time in the UFC. And I just think you have such a great story to follow. I'm so happy that it's going on for you, bud.
no, I really appreciate the support, and there's been a lot of people like that where they've kind of like came to me and said, "Hey, man, glad to see you back." So, I'm getting a lot of support, and it's definitely cool to kind of make my way back and to be 10 times the fighter that I was. I would have smashed myself back in the day, like I would have easily like done everything to me. So it's like I've definitely evolved, and I'm definitely still working on everything to this day. So I'm hoping that this is a great fight for me, and I get to go out there and test myself because this kid's tough as hell.
Yeah, awesome, man. Well, we're gonna be watching Damon Jackson, everybody. UFC Vegas. We don't know which number that one is. I can't keep track. It's gonna be 50 or 60 something,
Yeah,
right?
I'm not sure. Yeah,
Yeah. September.
September 17th. That's all I know. Just the date. That's
Awesome.
it.
Awesome. All right, bud. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. I hope training camp goes smooth. Thank you.
For sure, man. Thank you.
Yeah.